had more than a girl could wish for, but still something was missing. What? I didn't know. That's when I saw him. So smooth, so carefree. He was real, I thought. He could make me real. When I saw you, when you were cruising in your car, well, I was down, I was lost and insecure. It's magical, he found me, summer breeze bringing a change of fate. He came by to ask me for a ride with him. Reality reminds me it could just be another drag. Miracles don't happen every day, you see. My days were changing. Excitements I didn't expect. I never knew riding with you could bring so much wonder. Everything a surprise. Your beautiful machine never slows, never stops. This was real, I knew. My life was turning real. You have no clue how long I've waited for this time. Life was a bore till you pulled me out of bed. Mysterious as we ride, I foresee we will never stop till we get to somewhere unexplored someday. It's destiny that we met. It's a thrill I was looking for. No one else could lighten up my heart this way. Delirious, hypnotic, drips and curves on the tricks for me. Driving shows me wonders never seen before. So endlessly scenes move on. City lights shift to starry skies, sandy beach and forest. I can't wait for more. When I saw you, when you were cruising in your car, well, I was down, I was lost and insecure. It's magical you found me, summer breeze bringing a change of fate. You came by to ask me for a ride with you. It's destiny that we met. It's a thrill I was looking for. No one else could lighten up my heart this way.
Oh, hello, there I am. Hi Jujo, hi Kuro. It looks like I'm successfully streaming to the other YouTube channel, so that's good. Hi, Foxhack. So today we're heading into Windows 98 again. Here, I have a list of things. It's 4 things. Look, I actually have a list. See? Can you read it? Can you read it? Spoilers. 3 of them are other creations by the people who made the Hamlet game. So I want to get some footage of that a little bit to get proper context for other stuff they've done. None of it is as explicitly game-like as Hamlet. One supposedly is, but I don't think it particularly is. We're going to take a quick look at that. And then I'm going to take a quick look at a game called The Versailles 1685 by Cryo Entertainment. The people who made Dune, but also the people who made Dune. And that will conclude today's little adventure in Windows 98 land. So let's just get that started up. I hope everyone is doing well. I am in a world. I am in a world that's spinning. And I don't quite know if I'm spinning with it. First off, that I actually sent out a job application for a job I'm excited about. That took a solid week and a half of work, I think, to get that all together, but it's done, and now I just have to wait and see, and let the fates carry me. And the other thing is, there will be a name you will see as we play some of these other Pantheon productions. And I have emailed that name asking if I could ask some questions about the production of Hamlet. This is something I've always wanted to do. Hey, that's true. And I've never had the psychic capacity to actually reach out and email people. I've finally done it. So we'll have insider information for the first time. So, welcome back, Juge. First thing we're doing is the Walt Disney biography. This is all like, okay, set the stage. It is the year 1990 something, right? And a little thing. The executive dysfunction gets no quarrel. Yeah, I've grown. I've developed. It took a long time, but it's good. There's a little thing called the compact disc read-only memory. Is this shiny thing? Like, there's OBS. There, we can get some recursion going. There we go. And they made it to put sounds on, and then they thought, hey, we can put data on it anyway, because the sound is data. And what kind of data? Wait, hold on. Focus. Come on, you can do it. Multimedia data. And so these companies went wild for it, and they realized they could put video on that shit, and they could make like things that are like websites technically existed but weren't really a thing, right? They weren't very dynamic. But Macromedia Director apparently did exist. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go look at Walt Disney biography, but at first I have to load the CD image. Where is it? Hamlet, a murder mystery. Walt Disney bio. Let's turn this off. I think it might autoplay. There we go. Oh, and also my phone audio is still on. This, see, these fucking games keep doing this. It is set to 24-bit color, but okay, whatever. Walt Disney, an intimate history of the man and his magic. Also 3D graphics, pre-rendered 3D graphics. This kind of looks like the observatory from Hamlet, huh?
I'm Diane Disney Miller, and I'm Walt Disney's oldest daughter. My dad was always fascinated with the latest technologies, and he used them whenever he could. He pioneered the use of color and sound in animated cartoons, leaped into TV in its fledgling years, and brought audio
I have no idea when this
animatronics
came out.
to the world. Sadly, my dad only saw the beginning of the age of computers, and even then was
I need
thoroughly
notes.
excited about the potential to
Hold on.
entertain and educate. When you think about what he might have done with interactive technology, well, nobody ever really knew what my dad was going to do next, but I'm sure it would have been amazing. That's why it seems entirely appropriate to bring you my dad's life story in a way I think he would have wanted, using multimedia technology. To me, my father was the best of men. He adored my mother and was a devoted husband to her. He was a loving father to my sister and me, and a wonderful grandfather.
Was he?
But he was not
Was
an
he?
icon, not just a
It
face
seems
on
like you have a
television or
financial
name on a
incentive
movie
to make
screen.
it seem like he was a good
real
father.
Man, a human being. A lot has been written and said about my father through the years of his life and since his death. People have set forth facts, theories, fantasies, criticism, and acclaim. Some of it has been accurate, and some has been junk. We want to give
Junk
you a
acclaim?
truthful, fair-minded portrait of his life on this disc.
Somebody
We have
claim
made
has been
every
junk.
effort to bring clear objectivity to the story you'll find here. We've
The
asked
video
many
quality's not bad
well-respected
though, huh?
writers, independent sources with strong opinions of their own to contribute to it to ensure that
I mean, what's funny is...
Hi, Mom.
oh, God.
I'd like you to meet
Look at
my
these
sons Walter
doofuses.
and Chris. They're going to give you some idea of how you can use this disc.
Ready for the big tour?
You go ahead,
They're
guys.
not very photogenic, are
Well,
they?
thanks for joining me. I know you're going to have a wonderful time.
Welcome to the main hall. This is where our program begins, and of course, it's filled with magic. If you go in there, you'll learn about my grandfather's home and his
I
family
don't.
life.
I don't know if I want to know
You'll
about
even
family
be able to browse
adventures.
through a variety of family photos and see some movies that we've never shared with anyone outside the family before. Or try that door. You'll see some pretty amazing things about my grandfather's creation.
Disney Magic. You think this disc contains that
And
lost
listen to this.
media
You get to
animation
travel
of
through
all
a
the
computer-generated 3D reconstruction
all the
of
Disney
Epcot,
characters in an
the way
orgy?
My grandfather originally envisioned it.
Pretty neat stuff. And if you walk through there, you'll find yourself in the heart of the Disney
Got some
studio.
animators made
There
for
are
like
some
Walt's
great
birthday or
activities in there
something.
Kids and adults will all enjoy. And here, in the library, you'll find a wealth of information about Walt Disney. There are hundreds of letters, memos, documents, and photographs to discover. I'm particularly excited about a collection of essays written especially for this disc that you can find in the library. Over 20 essays explore a unique aspect of his life and his works, from animation to Disneyland to television.
Oh, it's kind of
Also
creepy
linked
seeing
from
him do
here
the
to
Mickey voice.
relevant websites if you wish.
You should definitely start with this door, which leads to a section we call Life and Time. It will take you on a journey with my grandfather and his family, his friends, and colleagues through his life story. Along the way, you'll find a wide variety of activities to enjoy, 3D worlds to explore, and video clips to watch.
Tough guy, eh?
One last thing. To bypass this introduction the next time you use this disc, all you have to do is click once on the screen. Have fun!
Alright, well, we're never going to play this again, so... Is this... Yeah, this is the same interface as Hamlet was. Gallery. That's a Michael Mouse. Yeah, okay, we got return, we got help, we got bookmark list. That's kind of cool that you can leave bookmarks. Very hypertexty. How do I leave? Oh, there we go. Delete, main hall, help, return. Overview. Oh, but that just plays that again, right? Yeah. What was I supposed to go to first? Gallery, theater, studio. I don't want to see Family Adventures. I don't give a shit about his family. Disney Magic. Yeah, I think when you have like these 360 view things, then just having a octagonal room is very helpful. Animation, live action, Disneyland, Epcot and Other Dreams. A tour of Walt's Epcot, the creation of Epcot, the World's Fair, Other Dreams. Web link to Epcot. And this just plays it. What does this do? Tomorrow! Didn't work out, did it?
Welcome to Walt's Epcot. This program explores Epcot City the way Walt originally envisioned it.
It's kind of interesting how they reframe this huge failure as something that is like, oh, just this dream. It's a typical kind of Walt Disney thing to do, right? The company, at least, to take something that did not work out at all. Transportation, the Wedway, city center, a highway, monorails.
The big transportation building was the main hub of the city. Here, the People Mover system offered connections to the main monorail link,
Told you.
as well as the main highway.
Had to be a monorail. Can't have a city of the future without a monorail.
The city sectors were connected by so-called People Movers, an environment-friendly transportation system available to all city residents.
Was Walt like one of those early tech bros trying to reinvent the train? Please load. Oh.
Epcot was designed as a radial city, with a hotel and commercial complex in the center, surrounded by a large residential area. To move around, hold down the left button of your mouse and push the mouse in the direction you want to go.
That's such a weird way of describing it because it makes me feel like I need to push to move, not to just turn. Can I click on anything? Anything interactable? Yeah, okay. You know what's funny? Down here to return, right? Yeah. This is not a beginner's guide to Epcot. This is just like... if you already know... sound effects. Expert essays. Yeah, we talked about those. I don't want to read. Life and Times Library. Early exploits. Can we click on it? Oh, okay. France after World War One. Oh, no, we got a whole lot of separate little things. Walt and Russell Mass in the Ambulance Corps. Just pictures. And some audio. Any text? No. Title frame of Pinocchio. Okay, these are essays. What does that look like? Yeah. It's wonderful to read this on the marble background. Yeah, it's still cool. I'm not going to be hanging around on these very long because there's only so much you can do, right? Studio. Tricks of the trade, inside animation, expert essays, studio view. And then it's just movie clips. Build a soundtrack. Oh, there's little interactive things. I see.
Welcome to the background puzzle. See if you can put together all the jigsaw pieces of these backgrounds. When you're finished, select the movie title that you think this background came from. Good luck.
Oh, we might get copyright. Hold on. Fuck off. I'm not gonna play Disney music. Sorry. Not gonna happen. Theater. Documentaries, home movies. I wonder to what extent, like, this is... hold on. This is, like, if all these sections have unique parts, or if there is overlap. Just wondering how it's structured. And Disney, Mickey does nothing. What was this one? The gallery, the library. Okay. Let's do one more Disney magic thing, and then we can move on to the next one. Seals the Scorpions, breaking into live action dramas, Walt's comedies, Walt and television.
Unlike other movie producers, Walt was intrigued with the possibilities of television from its earliest days. His first small-screen effort was 1 Hour in Wonderland in 1950.
Good fuck.
He decided to jump into television in a big way.
Ventriloquist
to fund
dummies.
his new theme
Not
park,
even once.
Disneyland. So he signed a contract with ABC. He used the show not just to fund Disneyland, but to publicize it. It was a powerful way to promote his films, too. A show titled Operation Undersea helped draw audiences for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The show also educated. The Man in Space series informed millions about man's future among the stars and gave a boost to the U.S. space program. One of the show's biggest hits was Davy Crockett. Millions of children were soon wearing coonskin caps like their hero. In the summer of 1954, Walt started jotting down notes about the Mickey Mouse Club. The show started in 1955 for an hour each day. It was an immediate success. 2 years
writing
later,
down notes.
Zorro joined Disney's roster of television shows on ABC. But as time went on, Walt's relationship with the network soured. He moved to NBC, which was anxious for him to do a show in color. This delighted Walt, who had filmed his ABC show in color for years, even though ABC wasn't broadcasting the show that way. As a boy, Walt dreamed of being a performer. The lead-ins he did for television brought out the ham in him, whether pitching hay, dressed in alpine ski.
Show captions! There's captions! This one has captions. Sorry, it's just that Hamlet could have really used captions. Although I wouldn't call this captions. This is just... Okay,
Walt
you could
was
just
known the world over as a
read it in
cartoon
text form,
maker,
never mind.
So his move
That's
to
not
live-action
captions.
films began gradually with The Reluctant Dragon. It centered on a lighthearted tour of the studio
Main hall,
with humorist
help,
Robert
return,
Bexley,
bookmarks.
and included memorable cartoons.
Alright. It's kind of cute, isn't it? How they're like... there's this thing where it's like the interface of the future is navigating 3D spaces in some capacity. And it isn't, as we are now currently 30-something years later, absolutely not navigating 3D spaces. But even here, it's not, because there's still buttons. But it's kind of adorable how they thought that. I remember way back in the day downloading this program for, I don't know if it was XP or before, that had like, that would put all your desktop icons in like this 3D environment you could walk around in. Anyway, so that was Disney. I'm exiting the program. Sorry, I like this tune. Walt Disney, Walt Disney, Walt Disney, Walt Disney, Walt Disney, Walt Disney. A lot of special thanks. This is way too many credits. There's more special thanks than there are people who actually worked on the game. The 1997. Yeah. That's when it came out. Same year as Hamlet. Hey, Grace. You just missed a little interactive CD-ROM about Walter Disney. Published by Disney. Next is something a little bit more... Is it interesting? We'll see. It's called Greatest Moments of Our Time. Let me write that down. Greatest Moments of Our Time. And we'll see. The drive is unavailable. Oh, I need to load the... I need to put the CD-ROM in the drive. Junk, junk, junk. Definitely doing that right now. Definitely putting the CD-ROM in. Brutally push the tray. Wait, where is my CD-ROM? The best I can do. Minora. The Nakamichi. I got this portable drive with an LP on it for some reason, but it's not plugged in, so I can't open it up. I was trying to see if I could get reading DVDs working on my Chromebook so I could listen to the special features of the Hamlet DVD in bed. But I can't, not even with Linux. Alright, so this is also M. That's Elvis and oh, we got text. We got an intro. Figures, subjects, timeline, exit credits. Help. World events, pioneers, leaders, science and technology, culture and lifestyle, entertainment, sports, trivia game. What's figures bring us? Oh, jeez. Just a list. Kennedy, John F. Lindbergh, Charles. Pele is in here. And the Wright brothers. And subjects. Berlin Wall. Hindenburg. Modern art. Uranus. Time of Innocence and Discovery. 1894 to 1904. I've never heard it called that before. I love too. A US history timeline and a general history timeline. So Time of Innocence. Yeah. World War I. Famously very innocent time. Interbellum. Post-war era. Kennedy era. 60s revolution. Didn't revolutionize shit. The modern age up to 1990. What's the last things they have? US forces invade Haiti. Well done, guys. Fader Des. Thanks for stopping by. Eurotunnel under channel opens. IRA in Britain pledge ceasefire. Earthquake in Los Angeles. Nelson Mandela. World events. The Yalta Conference. And it's just text. It's no, this video.
The summer
we
palace
go.
of Russian Tsar Nicholas II was the location for one of the most important meetings in history.
His voice sounds
Here
familiar.
in February 1945, 3 men gathered to decide the fate of post-war Europe. The British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the Russian dictator Joseph Stalin.
Oh, he's a
It was
dictator.
here that Europe was carved into 2 principal spheres of influence. The Eastern Bloc countries, who ultimately would become subject to the will of the Soviet Union, and Western Europe, which soon thereafter would unite for common defense in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. As part of the Yalta decisions, Germany was split into 2 regions, only to become 2 different nations. In return, Stalin agreed to join the war against Japan and to join the newly formed United Nations. It was not until the rise of the Russian leader Gorbachev and the
Exit
fall of
credits
the
help.
Berlin Wall
Main menu.
that the momentous decisions of the Yalta Conference would be overturned, and Germany would join the rest of Western Europe as free and democratic nations.
The Peep Show guy. No, I wonder if it's the same guy who did who does like the. Come on, Bob. Words. The same guy who did the whatever narrator character in the Hamlet game. The hula hoop.
Hula hoop fever spreads during the 50s. Throughout the world, young and old circle their hips. Originally only popular in America, one can now find hoops of wood or plastic in France or Germany. Be it during the office lunch hour or at home, the hula hoop is there for everyone. To make it look as graceful as on these dancers, some flexibility is helpful. Even really small masters can be seen here during a children's competition in New York.
The girl's chewing.
It looks
She's
so
chewing
easy.
gum while hula
However,
hooping.
everyone who's tried it knows
Kind of a
some
badass.
practice is necessary. Hard to believe, but the hula hoop
That kid's
sold
doing it
25
effortlessly, and that's a
million units
baby.
in 4 months in the U.S. alone.
That baby has some proper coordination. Return. No, not leaders. I don't care about leaders. I don't care about sports. Entertainment. Is there like a timeline for just entertainment? No. It's the same timeline. And it's the same subjects. Elvis, Hitchcock, Grace Kelly, Grace Kelly. Grace
In
on the screen and
1956,
off.
a fairy tale became a reality. Prince Rainier III of Monaco had chosen a bride, the glamorous star Grace Kelly. She met the prince on the Riviera during the filming of To Catch a Thief by Alfred Hitchcock. The romance of the prince and Grace, who had become famous through movies such as High Noon, Dial M for Murder, and High Society, created widespread media frenzy, and the nuptials were anticipated as the event of the year. The wedding took place in the St. Nicholas Cathedral in Monaco. Approximately 1,800 journalists from all over the world had come for this event. After the wedding ceremony, the newlyweds spent their honeymoon among a variety of locations.
She looks like a
in
terrible
Spain.
lover.
Although Princess Grace, seen here
Wouldn't want to
during
see that
her
face on top
honeymoon
of
in
me.
Spain, bade farewell to films after her wedding. She continued as a speaker in various documentaries. Princess Grace died in an automobile accident on a coastal road in the Côte d'Azur in 1982.
You have anything in color, you think? What's more recent? Charlton Heston. Culture and lifestyle. Guggenheim. The Valley of Kings? Last one, then we'll do the trivia.
The 20th century would witness some of the greatest discoveries in the realm of archaeology. In the Valley of the Kings, the pharaohs of the New Kingdom planted their tomb chambers deep into the limestone cliffs. In this desolate wilderness, on November 26, 1922, the British archaeologist Howard Carter opened the door to the richest Egyptian tomb ever found, that of Tutankhamun. It contained 1,700 objects, including the huge sarcophagus of the young Egyptian boy pharaoh himself, dating from 1350 BC. The tomb and its treasures had remained hidden for so long
Tutankhamun
because
only
it was covered by
1350
rubble
BC.
from the tomb of Ramses VI. Excavations would continue throughout the rest of the century throughout
Thought he was
the
older
Valley of
than
the
that.
Kings, with many more important discoveries of mummified pharaohs and their treasures.
There's no color clips. It's all black and white. And it helps the historicity, I guess. I mean, if we go to like William Clinton, modern US presidents, Mahatma Gandhi, it's all just 20th century, right?
You can experience the greatest moments by visiting each of the key categories, including world events, leaders, pioneers, science and technology,
Yeah.
culture and lifestyle, entertainment, and sports. Just click on the item
Saves
you wish
data.
to
I mean,
see.
there seem to be a
Other
lot of
functions
clips on
this
it.
screen are a help button to help you remember the functions of this screen.
Go easy on me, fairly knowledgeable total history buff. I'm not gonna let this play for a little bit. Oh no, I thought it was a whole song. Nope. Let's go with fairly knowledgeable. In 1938, Charles Lindbergh was in the news because of the tragic kidnap. Oh, there's time. It's timed. Did I get it wrong? I wasn't reading because it's timed. First time since the Napoleonic Wars that Germany invaded France was in 1940. Babe Ruth's first baseball club was. Charlton Heston portrays Michelangelo in this picture. Oh, I don't even remember. Gandhi's 200-mile march in 1930 led to. I have no idea. New Delhi. Oh.
Well, I'm sure you can do better than that. Let's
Which of these 4 planets is the largest? Jupiter. I'm so smart! A Shinkansen is... Bullet train. Mach 1 refers to sound barrier threshold. Got a big brain. George VI, oldest child. I really don't care. Edward? Boeing was put into service in...
Pretty good. You've advanced to the next and final round, but be careful. We're going to try to trip you up.
Okay. I think that's all really I have to see here. What else was there? If I click on this, if I go to contact lenses, yeah, it just goes to that page. Exit. They have these long, expansive credit. John Mayer, it is the same voice. Benita Heat. Made with Macromedia is a trademark of Macromedia Inc. Remember Macromedia? Yes. Alright, so that's that. So, the last one of these that we're going to look at right now, this all went a lot faster. Like, I schedule in 30 minutes a piece for each of these, but there's so little to them. And I have very little to say about them, and I'm just trying to get a sense for what they are, because they're not going to get that much video time, especially now that I've successfully made contact with the creator. This one is supposed to be a little bit more game-like. Night Cafe. I'd be very interested in getting a big box version of this too, but it's even more rare than Hamlet, I think. Also M. Thought this video would keep these idiots busy for a while. Ugh. Night Cafe. Is M. Oh. English and Francais. I'm going to go with English. We're going to do a new game. Voice? For as long as people can remember, the Hill of Montmartre was a haven for artists, writers, and other bohemians, until one day a terrible spell fell on the quarter. All the people of Montmartre fled, taking their children, their animals, and their belongings with them. Now only their echoes remain. The artists have gone too. Their art treasures are left in galleries behind closed doors, never get to see the light of day. Montmartre is empty, a ghost town, unless you can bring it back to life. There's a story set up. There's a story set up. Wasn't expecting that. Atelier. Moulin. Another atelier. Dictionary. There's dictionary with the names and little entries on people. Moulin Rouge. See how this works. Manet. Monet. Degas. Van Gogh. Renoir. Oh. Can I go up? Oh, in.
Few inventions would have as profound an influence on Impressionism as the photographic camera. Photography had been around for a long time, of course. In France, it was Louis Daguerre who had introduced a metal plate process known as daguerreotypes in the 1840s. But this process, and the glass process used by Nadar and Auger, was still very cumbersome and required professional skills. But the introduction of the easy snapshot camera in the 1880s would change all that.
Okay. What's my goal here? Inside the photography studio is a puzzle game on the art of Edgar Degas. When you find it, first click on the piece you want to place, then use the slide bar to find matching pieces. Okay. And then you'll find a key. It's locked, I guess. Somewhere I'll find a puzzle. Is that what it said? A puzzle game of the art. When you find it, first, okay, when you find it. Is this it?
Degas was the son of a banker whose artistic ambitions were far from the circle of bohemians of Montmartre. His early paintings were highly academic, virtuoso pieces of draftsmanship, inspired by his many travels. What finally brought
very dry,
him in
isn't it?
contact with the Impressionists
Where's the
was a shared
spies?
passion for contemporary
Where's the spaceships?
This pretty dance
Where's the
was
murder?
a series done on the stage and in the studios of the opera in the late 1870s. The publication in 1887 of the photographs of Muybridge observing the exact movements of a horse had a major impact on Degas. From here on, he would often travel to the racetrack and paint horses the way the camera had taught him.
Oh. I see. What do we do? Like, it's like different layers. I can't seem to move anything. How? How does any of this work? Okay, so if we change this one to the matching one, then this one too. But we need to watch out because it'll move. It'll change multiple ones. What? This bottom one is wrong, right? So some of them changed too. There's also no sound anymore. It's not very fun. That's good. These last two. Please just let me change you without affecting any of the other ones. No? Hey! I've done it. And now I have to keep going. Is that first one still part of the... No, okay, so this should make it a little easier. Can I turn some music on? It's the perfect early 20th century France puzzle solving music. Solved another one, baby. Two left. I got a key.
Very well done. You've opened the Degas Gallery. Click on the stamp if you want to see it, or you can continue and explore more sites.
Is that thing? Click on the stamp. But is that door open now? Or was it open all along?
The new hand.
I think it was open all along. And then the gallery just lets you explore paintings. What's this? Excerpts. So, if I go to menu now, this has been solved?
Montmartre. From the 1860s through the end of the century, this was the center of the French avant-garde. Here was the studio of Basile, one of the original members of the Impressionist group. The son of a rich wine merchant, he alone could afford a spacious studio, which he painted in 1869, and as such appears in this game. On the Place Pigalle, in the heart of Montmartre, once stood the Café Nouvelle Athènes. By the 1870s, it had become the principal salon of the Impressionists. This is where Degas painted Absinthe, and Manet painted The Plum. The café no longer exists, but further down the road there is still the Moulin Rouge, haunted by Toulouse-Lautrec in the 1880s. The studio of Van Gogh was located on 54 Rue Lepic. The building still exists today. In those days, Montmartre was still very much part of the countryside, with fields, gardens, and orchards, and topped by a bevy of windmills. One remains, the famous Moulin de la Galette. It was a dance hall, and perhaps the most popular dance spot of all. The working class...
Is it stuck? It froze. Hold on. Help. Inside the Moulin Rouge, try to find 9 characters that feature prominently in the art of Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. When you finish, you have gained access to the gallery.
My dear Mama, my poster of the Moulin Rouge, La Goulou.
Dance halls had always been popular in 19th century Paris.
Explore?
But as the century grew to a close, it became the foremost form of entertainment for the growing bourgeoisie,
Watch
the middle class.
educational
The Moulin
videos.
Rouge on the Boulevard
Solve
Clichy
some
is one of the few
simple
landmarks that still exists today.
Unlock
During the Belle Époque, it
galleries.
was a relative latecomer to the Parisian scene, but by 1890, it had become, for all levels of society, the most acceptable, risque place to be seen and to play.
But to play what, like Mario Kart?
Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec.
That looks AI generated.
As a boy, he had fallen off his horse, which had stymied his growth, and left him with 2 short, stubby legs.
That
He
happens.
shunned Paris society, afraid to be ridiculed, and instead dwelled in the night cafes, brothels, and dance halls of Montmartre, where the women accepted him regardless of his grotesque body.
Grotesque!
Indulged his one great love.
The man was short!
Like Van Gogh,
He had short legs!
belonged to a later generation.
That doesn't make you grotesque!
The so-called post-impressionists. His unique style was expressed in the rapid strokes of pastels, which penetrated deep into the heart of the Paris nightlife.
So what was it? Help. Try to find 9 characters. It's a lot of characters to find in... Oh, there we go. La Goulet? The rising star when Toulouse-Lautrec began to frequent the Moulin Rouge in 1890. She was famous for dancing the guitar, in which she raised her leg until it was virtually at a right angle to her body. With one hand, she held her lower leg as if it were the handle of a guitar, and with the other, she plucked on imaginary strings. That was considered innovative in 1890.
Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec was a close friend and observer of the many strange characters that filled the Moulin Rouge.
The many fucking weirdos that live there.
Tonight.
This is just anime.
No, it's true. La Goulou will be dancing tonight.
And the clown, Chow Chow.
I'm not gonna... I mean, it's just gonna feel like it's gonna take a long time to meet, to encounter 9 people.
Ghastly woman remained melted.
What about Genevieve?
Jeanne Avril, one of the most celebrated dancers at the Moulin Rouge. She knew how to air drum.
Sure she's here. And that horrible dwarf she's taken to her bed.
Yvette Gilbert. Singer. Hey, Nervous. We're in the Moulin Rouge right now. Now, that only counts as one person?
Count Lautrec. Or is it Toulouse-Lautrec?
Valentine Le Dessaussé. Valentine, the double-jointed, was the favorite dancing partner of La Gouleux. He earned his nickname for his fabulous suppleness and could drop down in the split at the drop of a hat. Nervous, apparently there was one lady who danced in the Moulin Rouge whose famous move was to, like, stick her leg out and pluck it like a guitar.
Bravo. Bravo.
Like in JoJo, exactly. What's with all these Luxembourg flags? Can I go outside again? Yeah. Anything to explore there? Probably not. The layout is very confusing and weird. Only 4 left to go. Come on. Oh wait, go back. Go like this. Nope, nobody. That doesn't go anywhere. Oh! May Milton was a British dancer who had come to Paris with a troupe of girls. She was known to be a lesbian and lived with an Irish dancer, May Belfort. May and May. Toulouse-Lautrec called her Miss Aussi and liked to paint her as he was fond of all redheads in his circle. One of Lautrec's posters of May Milton was later reproduced in Picasso's canvas of The Blue Room. I don't know why she had to be so sneaky.
Bravo.
I don't understand. Can I go backstage? Oh! Cha-U-Kao was a female clown who derived her stage name from Chahoot Chaos or the Burly Burly. Or Hurly Burly? She was engaged by Moulin Rouge director Joseph Uller to appear in a new show which opened in 1891. Puzzles or scavenger hunts. Are they just appearing randomly? Gabriel Tapier de Quéléran was a cousin of Toulouse-Lautrec. He had moved from his native Lille to Paris in order to continue his medical studies at the Hôpital Saint-Louis. Henri painted him often with his inseparable black top hat. One more! One more, then we can be done with this shit. Move on to the next one. I don't know which one would be Van Gogh, but I feel like legally obliged. Monsieur Fantine Latour is very grateful that you have recovered 3 of his possessions and invites you to visit his studio on the Rue Furstenberg at your earliest convenience. I don't know what that is. It's very inscrutable, this. Lots of clicking around randomly. I just need one more character. Please. Please show up. I saw an arrow. Oh shit, I clicked on Degas. No! They're all gone! Alright, well, fuck you. Atelier de Van Gogh. Alright, we're gonna do Van Gogh. Inside the apartment of Theo van Gogh is the atelier of his brother Vincent. Go and help him arrange Vincent's canvases in proper order. Yeah,
I
so...
stopped by the tambourin because if I didn't, they might think that I wouldn't dare.
Okay.
In March 1886, the Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh arrived in this apartment building on 54 Rue Le Pic.
There he
His
is.
brother Theo, an art dealer, lived here. And since Vincent
Ears
was so
intact.
regular
Was this their
client
first
of
product?
the
Absolutely not.
Theo hoped that Paris and the circle of artists on Montmartre would have a beneficial influence.
I don't know, actually.
In
These are the
months to
only
come,
4,
Vincent would
this
strike
including
up a
these
friendship
including
with
Hamlet,
Toulouse-Lautrec, Guillaume,
that I've been able to find online.
Through them, he would quickly
There
absorb
is...
all the major aspects of Impressionism and Post-Impressionism.
There is another one that involves Charlton Heston and is all about Jesus or the Bible.
The observation of everyday life in a Paris cafe, the imitation of Japanese prints,
But I haven't been able to find that one
perspective
anywhere.
and bright primary colors, or the use of complementary colors in Seurat's divisionism, also known as pointillism. For 2 years, this apartment on the Rue Le Pic was Vincent's window on the world of modern art. Long after, when Vincent had left for Arles in the Provence, Theo's apartment remained his lifeline, the place where he sent his canvases.
The main guy who made all of these is pretty prolific. He's been making like documentaries and shit for National Geographic since the 80s. He still does so, as far as I know. He's working for some university or research institute in California now. And I'm kind of like, I have a big list of questions to send him, but I'm kind of curating that because I don't want to overload him. He's very friendly, replied quite quickly. Seems to be a little tickled at the idea that someone cares about one of his older 90s products.
You wouldn't recognize him.
I'm sorry, but you'll need a key.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but you'll need a key.
Where do I get a key? No, not there. So we can't go up. The cafe? That's kind of cute.
As far as La Segatori is concerned, that's something entirely different. I have a lot of affection for her. I hope she feels the same about me.
Can we go in? No. Besides Hamlet, this is the most game-like thing that they've ever made. Dictionary. No, not dictionary. So where would I get the key? There we would get the key. This is in French.
Sur Oise, 1890. Dear Theo, once again I set to work, even though the brush nearly slipped from my fingers. Knowing right what I wanted, I painted 3 big canvases.
Oh, cool! If you hover over the text There's a little translation on the bottom there. But you told me about the dealers finally coming around in support for the Impressionists might well come to pass. Still, I think what little initiative there is mostly ineffective. Once again, I set to work, even though the brush nearly slipped from my fingers. And knowing right what I wanted, I painted 3 big canvases. Yes. And I got the key.
Très bien.
I'm sure fun. You've recovered 3 of his possessions. Okay, so there's like a bit of a meta game or something going on.
I'm sorry, but you'll need a key. I'm sorry, but you'll need a key.
Basis of some simple puzzles. Find keys for locked doors. Alright, let's look for the key. Another letter. All through the voyage, you were as much in my thoughts as the new country I am traveling to. I think it is nearly impossible to work in Paris, for one, because you can't find peace and come to your senses. Here in Arles, the land looks so flat. I've seen beautiful red fields with vineyards and a mountain range in subtle lilac in the background.
Bravo.
Oh, I got a painting. Can I click on that? No. Are these paintings or pictures? One more? 2 more. I think we're good. Oh. I don't know which is which. Are you gonna tell me? These pictures are very small. My art history degree was just I don't have an art history degree. I had a minor in art history. Alright. Do you not remember? Oh, shit. You first have to find... Oh, you first have to find all 8 views before you place them in the frames. Now I have to look for them again. The game is kind of shit at saving what you just did. It just needs to be 8. There's one on the bed. I can find a way to get back on the bed. After this, I'm done. Then we're gonna move on to the next thing. I don't have all 8? What am I missing? You I've got. Is there one here on the desk? No. Now I need to get them all again because they've disappeared again. Oh no, I don't. Somehow. Now it does remember. Whatever. Does this count as a view? Yes, it does. Okay. That is why. And now we just randomly click until it works. And then I move sideways. And then there's no music again during the puzzle solving. Mm-hmm. .50-50 shot is still missed.
Well done. You've just completed the Van Gogh Gallery. Click on the stamp if you want to see it, or you can continue and explore more sites.
Yeah. That's the Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Gogh. It's Gogh. Not go. Not Gogh. Gogh. It's a horrible name. And then these are like letters. Oh, French and English. Gotcha. Chapel in Neunen. All right, so that is Night Cafe. Don't know what the any percent is on this. I think 100%ing it could take you, if you know the route, 100%ing it would maybe be an hour at most. If you have to actually listen to and watch all the clips and admire the paintings, a couple more hours. But it's like outside of Hamlet, it's the most game-like one. But it's still very not game-like. It just has such an evocative name. It's just called Night Cafe. Like, so weird to me. Look at the credits. Honey Labrador. Hey, Noya. Kathy Labrador. Okay. I need to get years for these. Okay, so that was Night Cafe. How much to it? So that is the expanded catalog of Pantheon Productions, as far as I have been able to find. And I can see traces of Hamlet in them, but Hamlet is a very different product. All of these are unique in their own way. They're not just cookie cutter. They all have their own twist. Let me see some of Pantheon. All are unique in their own way. Some of them are cookie cutter. They all have their own twists. Present the information. Yeah. I don't know if I really learned anything else in particular. To be perfectly honest. So next, see, I honestly thought this would take a solid 2 hours to get through. We barely scratched 60 minutes. But the next thing is a proper game? It's like a real game thing? I need to load in a CD-ROM for that. It's not one of theirs. This is a completely separate game. I just chose this because it's similar to the Hamlet game in the sense of it being a game with educational features, you know. I don't think these logos have sound, but I think the game itself does have sound. From Cryo Interactive, the people that brought you Dune, but also Dune.
The Chateau of Versailles, like Alcine's palace, at summer solstice, shall flame into the sky and nothing there remain. The king thinks 'tis vision of a madman, the fruit of a fanciful imagination. Unleash Bonton with all his hoard. 'Twill be in vain, for time is running out, and I defy the star-like king with all his whirling planets to find the riddle of the scheme with titles, heads, and Aesop's words that set alight my flaming brands, the frogs and Jupiter. It reads like the raving of a lunatic. My service to the king prevents me from looking into this matter. I want you, Lalonde, to take charge of it. As a valet of the bedchamber, you can move about without hindrance. You know the chateau, its people, and its customs. Ask endless questions and report to me when you find anything suspect. But be careful. Don't spread the rumor that a madman is threatening the king. Make haste. You have only 1 day. 8.5 hours of the clock.
So one, display subtitles, yes. Display subtitles, yes. Appreciative. Has subtitles. Why did that alt tab? Has music, all music to hard disk. Consult! Consult the documentation zone. The chateau and the garden. So again, this is the educational aspect of it. It has a lot of information on the Palace of Versailles. That's pretty cool. Map of chateau and garden. That's where. Oh, it has a map. The Apollo Fountain. The Grand Canal. I've never been. The Lake of the Swiss Guard. This doesn't bring me anywhere. How do I leave? Oh, the forecourt. Escape? Yes, okay. Return to the main menu, please. Oh, I have to click on it. It has an actual interface. Visit the chateau? So I can just walk around. That would be cool. That's kind of like Titanic. There's actual NPCs in this one. And there's cool transition animations. It's a little bit more of a higher budget type situation. There's the boy. How deep can I go? I don't know if this is the same year. Versailles. There's a sequel. No, that's for site 2. 1996, so this is even earlier than Hamlet. Superior to it in all ways, I think. How do I go back? The Marble Courtyard. This is superior to Titanic, if I have to be perfectly honest. In terms of educational value. Subtitles. Educational value high. Walk around even more than Titanic. Sorry. Let's visit the Chateau credits volume. We can bump you up a little bit. Start a new game. Did I fuck up the sound? Yeah, I fucked up the sound. Hold on. I fucked up the sound by alt-tabbing. Let's try again. I don't know what this ZX Spectrum shit is. Canal Plus Multimedia. Yes, you've seen the intro. Start a new game, please. Act 1, Waking the King. The tickle his balls.
It is time.
As soon as the king awakens, Dakan, the first doctor, inquires after his health.
Did your majesty sleep well? Was your majesty too hot? Would his majesty like to be rubbed down?
Thank you, Dakan.
Like me to tickle your balls, sir.
Perfect health these last 2 months.
While Bontemps washed the king's hands, the family entrance arrived, as they did every morning. Monsieur, the king's brother, Monseigneur, the Dauphin, and the Duke of Maine came to witness.
Jesus Christ, these models, these faces.
Well, my son, what time did you set out to hunt the wolf this morning?
See, what's funny, Grace, is my first experience with Cryo was the subtitles. Was the Dune, the third-person Dune game, which is just absolute garbage. But that seems to have been at the tail end of their existence when everything was falling apart. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable here. But they seem to have a pretty wide range of quality releases. Okay, so we don't have to hold. Who are you? Monsieur Philippe de France, brother to the king. The greatest moment of his life was his victory over William of Orange. Poor Billy. Okay, so this just gives us... it's just a walkthrough encyclopedia at this point. But like, what do I do? Bedchamber of the King. But can I talk? Can I speak? Is there a help? We can move. This is clearly much higher budget than what they did with Hamlet. The supper at Emmaus. Jacopo Bassano. This face is empty. Oh. I found a key. A small key. Hey, Red. Ushers! The ushers of the bedchamber have an important function in a normal day.
Assurance. Today is the day.
That's true. At Versailles, their job is to know when to admit and when to refuse entry, announce the arrival of such and such a character, and open one or both sides of the door depending on the importance of the visitor. Who are you?
I've heard it said, Monsieur Monsard, that the Prince of Condé has commissioned more work from you at Chantilly.
Yes, he is insatiable.
Beautiful animation.
No sooner finished than he begins to demand that the little chateau be embellished.
You have already done a splendid job. Indeed, the Prince is so much enamored of his residence that he's rarely seen at Versailles.
He's racked by gout and therefore stays at home. I do not believe His Highness is a lover of solitude.
That I can confirm. The Prince is a great lover of society, and albeit he's rarely seen at court, he nonetheless imitates its splendor in his Chantilly residence. For many a time he has summoned me to entertain him.
If this is the intended playback speed, this is running on a Pentium 1 at 233 megahertz. This door is locked, but I have a key. Hold on, I have a small key. I just need to figure out the interface. No. It's not belong. Animals entering the ark. You're not a door. Oh, I can talk!
Where do you think you're going? The king's rising from bed has commenced, and Monsieur Bontemps hardly has time to speak to you now.
Oh, there's dialogue. I must speak.
For the moment, Monsieur Bontemps is busy with the king.
Has the king risen from bed yet?
The family have begun to arrive. His Highness, the Dauphin, has returned from the hunt, as usual, and Monsieur the King's brother is already present, along with the Duke of Maine.
Oh, sorry.
Monsieur Bontemps has no time to speak with you for the moment. He is with the king.
I must speak.
For the moment, Monsieur Bontemps is busy with the king.
You cannot prevent me from entering by this door.
I can, and I must. Monsieur Bontemps cannot see you for the moment.
I shall be back later. With guns!
By the gods, 'tis an admirable piece of work. This Paracel is sure of his skill. He paints these battle scenes wonderful well. Well, sir, what do you want?
You seem vexed, buddy.
So I should. This morning I was to continue to decorate the ceiling, but someone has spirited away my sketches.
Oh, you have a quest for me? Pray, sir, who could be guilty of such a theft?
I know not, but conspiracies are rife in this chateau. It would not surprise me to learn that Mignard was leader of a secret cabal that plots against me.
What do the sketches represent, monsieur?
Nothing but the themes I was supposed to paint today on the ceiling of the Salon of War. You will understand.
French normality! If it were real time... I'm on a mission.
I was about to ask as much of you. Be swift, I must have them before noon. If you hear any news, I shall be in the Salon of War.
Salon of War. Oh, we're moving. Let some light into this room. Are these doors? What's that? Scissors? I now have scissors. I am lost. How much longer before Monsieur Lebrun chokes on his own ambition? To what heights does he not aspire? The Chancellor of the Royal Academy should not rest on his laurels, not even high in the Grande Galerie. His desire for glory, which presently occupies him on the ceiling of the Salon of War, prevents him from seeing that talent which shall in time usurp him. Rejoice while you still can, Monsieur Chancellor. Certain courtiers do not appreciate the way you put your signature on the walls of Versailles. Monsieur Lebrun's palette is not to be treated lightly. Of those colors which he uses so skillfully, only one will be of use to you. It dominates in the king's salon, and shall reveal to you my aping. Okay, now I have the note. Pamphlet of arts. Let me go back up. Alexander the Great. That's where we went. And can we look at a map at any point, right? The first antechamber. Okay, but we can't look at a full map. We do get little extra bonus things. Royal meals. It is 1 a.m. The king dines in public in the grand antechamber. The room is full of gentlemen and other onlookers. Louis XIV, seated in an armchair of crimson velvet, is alone on one side of the rectangular table covered with a damask cloth. His place is set, dining casket, plate, knife, fork and spoon, all of solid gold. The royal family sits on the left and right sides of the table, while the duchesses are seated in a semicircle before him. Alright. I think they should kill him. I think it'd be better if they killed him. This door is locked. Oh, it's open now. You have a view out of the tiny window? No. We found another note. We found a paper. We spilled some ink. We grab the candle? What's going on here? Oh, we burnt the letter. Were we supposed to? No! Okay. Oops. Can we load? No. How many 3D? Standard or fast? Standard, please. So that's it. Wow, I don't even know how to save. We have to go and grab this key. We go here, talk to this dork.
By the gods, 'tis an admirable piece of work. This Paracel is sure of his skill. He paints these battle scenes wonderful well.
If these animations play normal.
What do you want? No, I shan't, much to my regret. I have no time, for I must go and finish my work on the ceilings, though there's no point now. And so I should. This morning I was to continue to decorate the ceiling. But someone has spirited away my sketches.
Your sketches were taken.
Nothing but the themes I was supposed to paint today on the ceiling of the Salon of War. You will understand my vexation.
I can look for your sketches.
As much of you. Be swift, I must have them before noon. If you hear any news, I shall be in the Salon of War.
Boop, 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 boop. We go here, we find scissors and the note. The threatening note? It's a little bit, you know, I feel a little bit confused by everything. But it is intriguing, all of this. There's something here. Okay, letter taken. Remember not to burn it. And then that, is this open now? No, it probably never opens, right? This brings us up. Get the piece of paper. We spill the ink. Can I save? Save this game! Thank you. What else is in here? A little chest? That must be the small key. No? You sure? Okay. This is a bed of some sort. What happens if I burn the paper? Nothing. So weird. Why could I burn the note? Can I go up? No. Mr. Usher.
Where do you think you're going? The King's Rising?
That leaves us with nothing. This is how I felt when I was a kid and I played Titanic Adventure Out of Time. I had no idea what I was doing. Let's try to go back up into that little hovel, because I felt like there was something to do there still. With this spilled ink. And this candle. Can I use items on items? No. that also does nothing. Why can't I burn the pamphlet? I don't understand. Scissors. Scissors on the candle? Nope. Small key does not work on the casket. I cannot go back up. There's nothing else to do here. Budge. So you won't let me go. Even though that's where I came from, I don't understand how that works. Mary Magdalene at the feet of Christ. What room am I in now? The Bassano Antechamber. This is a veritable museum of Italian painters, the Bassanos. Their paintings hang on every wall. For this reason, this room, which adjoins the king's bedchamber, is called Bassano Antechamber. It is situated in the king's inner apartment and is used as a second antechamber for privileged guests who are waiting to be admitted to the sovereign's rooms. Nothing to select here. Also getting tired of the music. Well, where else can I travel to? This is nothing. There's nothing that goes back. We've opened this. It's just that one. We've already been there. You're not openable. You're not openable. We've been there. What could we cut with the scissors? What should we cut with the scissors? Curtains? Not that. Can I give anything to him? Nope, he doesn't care. Stab him with the scissors. Sure we can't go up there? Nope. And there's nothing else to do here. There's nothing to look at. That goes back. This is the little bed. Scissors on the chest? Yes! Why? Whatever. We got more paper. I don't know what to do with the paper. It's not helping me. What do I do with 2 sheets of paper? Oh! We got something. The hawk and the little bird. Invisible ink. But only one. I can look at it. If I select, I can... Oh, if I select, I can look. Okay. So now... The hawk and the little bird. Oh, the king's bedchamber is open. Okay. We've made progress, everybody. Any of these doors, anything? No. This mirror is nothing. We're just going to speak with the usher.
The court is attending the robing of the king. Monsieur Bontemps said not to disturb him.
I seek some sketches which Monsieur Le Brumus led. Have you seen them?
I've seen nothing of the sort. No.
Monsieur Bontemps awaits my report.
Oh, very well. You may pass.
That was easy. Am I passing? Thank you. Act 2. From Rising to Council.
Rest assured, the king has spoken of sending Monsieur de Duras to the Duke de la Fosse. I assure you he will not obtain the Duke's consent.
The king's rising from bed ceremony ended with his ablutions. Before the eyes of the courtiers admitted among the first entrants, the barber groomed His Majesty before putting on his shawl.
Off with their heads.
Then room was made for the king to proceed to the salon for the robing ceremony. Authorized courtiers joined the company while His Majesty partook of a light collation. Each hoped for a glance from the king, inquired after his health, and listened to or spread the rumors of the day. The king, exposed to the public, performed his usual role. He was shaved, washed, and then dressed. Once dressed, the king returned to his bedchamber for a brief morning prayer.
Prayer. Brief morning prayer.
Once he had said his prayers, the king, followed by his ministers, went to the council chamber where matters concerning the kingdom were discussed.
Well, I'm glad to have made some progress. These are just people. No one to talk to. You there, boy!
The king is in council. None may pass this door.
You know the subject of this council this morning?
I do not know, but it may last longer than usual, for Monsieur de Louvois arrived with large portfolios. If they contain plans, then they must be discussing the fortresses of Monsieur Vauban.
Okay. Let's go here. Do I still have the small key and the paper? Do I still have my inventory? I do. Mr. Bontemps.
Ah, good timing, Lalande. I want you to go right away and inform Madame de Maintenon that His Majesty shall visit her this afternoon to work.
He works? I don't believe it. But this is all the same, is it not? Yeah. But this is closed now. Whatever. Alright, so I can't pass him yet. I can't go here. This is new. Fancy room. With lots of people in it. This is the Hall of Mirrors. Although the king wanted it to link their apartments, the queen never saw the completed hall. Mansard development of the Lavaux Terrace started in 1678 and lasted for 18 years. It consists of a succession of 17 arched mirrors, each reflecting an arched bay window giving into the garden. The series of reflections gives the visitor the impression of being outdoors. Commissioned by the King's Council and designed by Le Brun, the vaulted ceiling glorifies the power of Louis XIV and the great exploits of his reign in 27 paintings, medallions, and monochromes that alternate military, political, and administrative scenes. On ordinary days, the Hall of Mirrors is a place one strolls through, but on special occasions, such as for the reception of the Doge... The Doge. Doge? How is that pronounced in Italian? Of Genoa. It becomes a place of pomp and ceremony, initially called the Grande Galerie. It goes down in history as the Hall of Mirrors. It's busy over here. They got the reflections rendered. It's pretty cool. So which one of you people do I need to talk to? Princess de Conti? No? You guys are nobodies? Loading from disk? Oh, the mirror opens. And I'm back in this room. Okay. Well. It's not where I mean to be right now. You guys are also nobodies? Sorry, cute pink dress, but you're a nobody. Marquis de Montespan. Are you somebody? Nope. A bunch of nobodies. Let's go into this room. This must be the Salon of War. Here we go. But I can talk to him.
Any news of my sketches, sir?
I guess not. Sorry, I'm working on it. Seems a weird structure. Wait. I don't have his sketches, but like, can I give him the note to let him know about whoever is trying to screw him? Do this. What about transformed paper?
What do you expect me to do with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ah, so this is what feeds the rumors. But I am above such calumny. I am judged by my work, and not by gross lies. The king still believes in me.
Good for you. Still also hope you get your head chopped off. I'm just saying. I think it'll be better for everyone. Ooh. I messed with the sound again. I broke the sound again. Alt-tabbing. We can save. Save this game. See, my problem is, I don't give a fuck about the court of Louis XIV. I don't, my historical interests don't really lie in, like, generally that area of, like, French history. So I don't feel any need to... Okay, I can't go further than that. There's no one else to talk to. There's that door. Let's go back to that door. But I will admit this game does the combination of educational and gameplay far better than anything else we've played today. It's a 2-disc game also, so I think there's quite a lot to it. Oh, folks, what's up? What's poppin'? Everybody feeling French today? The Duras sisters. After nearly 60 years of age, the Duc de Duras is still a handsome man. So they say. Sorry, just passing through. Hello, sir.
What business have you with Madame de Maintenon?
May I speak with her, please?
Madame left strict orders. She is unwell and will see no one.
The king has sent me with a message.
Her ladyship does not wish to be disturbed on any account.
Can you send a message?
Yes, that's possible.
Tell the Marquise that His Majesty will come to work in her apartments this afternoon. Alright, that's one quest. Solved. Completed. Wait, give your clues to the usher. Huh? I have clues?
Don't bother me with that.
Pamphlet on the arts?
More and more of these are being found. See, I myself found one this morning that libels His Majesty and his family in the most outrageous manner.
Whoever said that royal blood was pure? We need only look at His Majesty's forebears. And who would envy the Bourbons their nose? Behold the king's descendants, a gammy-legged prince and a future king who walks in his sleep. Will he survive his father any better than his clutter of stillborn babies? The exception is the rule amongst the kingly medallions. The 1, 7, 5, 12, 11, 13, 31, 25, 26, 17, 20. See.
What do you want now?
Nothing. I accidentally clicked on you. Pamphlet on royal lineage. Is treachery afoot? You guys have anything else to show me? Bodyguards. They are members of the king's military household. Their captain precedes the sovereign wherever he goes. They wear a red uniform under a blue jacket. Look at those, the size of those cuffs. They wear a uniform under a blue jacket and are responsible for the close protection of the sovereign and security of the court. Alright. I'm sure they're all trustworthy. Bodyguard would never betray his boss. No, sir. Can I go back down there? Yeah. You think there's anything else left here? Probably not, huh? No. I think we need to go back to the boss and show him the letter on the lineage. I don't think he'd like that. He was in here. He's in the bedroom still, wasn't he? He was looking at the bed. Like a creep.
God's truth. More lampoons. Do you realize, Lalonde, that the authors of these pamphlets should be condemned to exile or locked away in the Bastille? But now nothing seems to be able to stop them. Nevertheless, we shall see who has the last word in this. I'm counting on you, Lalonde.
Hey, Red. I mean, what? It's a high budget educational adventure game. Right? With a detailed recreation of Versailles Palace as it would have been in the year 1685. And a little bit, just a little bit of plot and intrigue to get you through, to get you to click on a lot of educational links. That's what this game. I think if I cared more about the topic, I'd be a little bit more engaged. Cardinal de Bouillon. Can I speak to them? I can listen.
You know, Your Eminence, who is this strangely dressed man who speaks with the Princess of Conti?
I know not, madam, but I have been informed that a certain Marquis de Scaparella is visiting the court and has requested an audience with the king. Might it not be he?
Impossible. For I knew a Scaparella in days gone by, an ageless fellow yet close to the grave. Unless he found a fountain of youth. How strange.
You intrigue me, madam. Who can it be?
I should very much like to know, for his presence troubles me like a bad omen.
Now let's go listen in on them.
You surprise me, my lady. I thought that the king no longer looked with favor on operas. I even heard it said where I come from, that he was bored by the presentation of Roland.
Oh, it is not the king's doing, monsieur. You show your ignorance of the court. His Majesty still relishes the music of Lully, but he is influenced by Madame de Maintenon, who considers operas to be immoral and worldly.
Is it possible that the incomparable Monsieur Lully has fallen from favor?
It is rumored so, but I have heard that he's working on a new piece written by Monsieur Racine called The Idyll of Peace.
It is surprising to find these two artists...
Don't care, don't care, don't care!
Verily. It is an order from the Marquis de Seignelay, and shall be played at Sceaux next month.
Alright. I think that's where we'll leave it for today. Interesting game, but just not up my alley. But, as a comparison to the Hamlet game, obviously they have different goals. You know, it's not... the Hamlet game is a movie tie-in and is limited to what it can do, and it's not an exploration of a real place or anything like that. And it has its ways of educating the player. Sorry. But this is much more deep. But very interesting. The other ones, the other educational CD-ROMs are quite boring. I will say easily. That's it for me today, I think. Thursday, I'll be back with the 7th guest. We'll see how far we can get within 3 or 4 hours of that. It's either not very far at all or easily beat it. And then next week, I'm gonna do Book of Watermarks on the PS1, which is an adaptation. Is it an adaptation? I don't know that much about it. I know it's a take on Shakespeare's The Tempest. So that'll kind of like Versailles is the analog of a historical education adventure game. 7th Guest is maybe the prototype of adventure game that is just a series of puzzles with some FMVs. And Book of Watermarks will be another Shakespeare adaptation. And then I'll have all my points of comparison that I can do whatever with in the video. Yeah, thank you everybody. We won't be raiding today. Instead, you will be going to sleep. You're getting very sleepy.
Thank you for enjoying the Bobstream. I love you all.